Hi everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I have my reading journal update to share with you. These are 2 more books for the favorite section. I wanted to do Wrong Place, Wrong Time, and The Nature of Witches. I kind of just noticed that I printed these book covers a little bit smaller. I think that's because I was having trouble finding like a good image of the book cover. So I just went with a matted, a mat behind the book cover. Totally works. And I was just double checking myself, I guess. So for the Wrong Place, Wrong Time, it has to do with time. And if you can see the cover, it has clocks on it. And I found a Everyday Explorer's clock. And so I am, of course, using that. You know me, I'm always about the theme of the book and kind of like not replicating, but enhancing what's on the book cover and going with what is the book is about. So I am stamping several different clocks. One has just the dashes and another one has the actual numbers. And I'm focusing on the reds and the oranges from the book cover. And then I will add the hours and the minutes and a few other stamps, and that's it. I kept it pretty simple because I've kind of noticed, now that I'm at the end of the year, that if I have one page for a book, I need as much room as possible for my thoughts because I tend to write a lot. For The Nature of Witches, it had to do about the seasons, and so I wanted to incorporate the leaves on the cover, so that's what I did, and I used a Paper Person Shop leaf stamp for that. I picked this kind of soft yellow color, and I think it works for the most part. You saw me earlier trying to figure out the ink color, and I decided the soft yellow works just fine. And of course the orange, because that goes perfectly with the cover. Such a beautiful cover, and I really enjoyed the book. I'm going to put thoughts and quotes and thoughts. That way they're on opposite spots for both of the pages. Then I'm going to add a few more stamped phrases like make space and slow down, and then celebrate the everyday magic for the right hand side. And the left hand side I will stamp this was so crazy and really, because that's how Wrong Place, Wrong Time was. I was like, what is happening? Thrillers are not my general cup of tea, but this one was really, really good. And lately, time travel books just really hit or miss. And lately it's been miss for me for time travel books. But this one was really fantastic. And I thought a very different way to take on a time travel book. So for my thoughts, I talked about how time travel books just really don't interest me, but this one did. I really enjoyed how they took on a mother's quest to figure out, her son killed someone. They woke up one late October or the October evening, he was coming home and he killed someone. And then she wakes up and it's yesterday, and then yesterday, and she basically has to piece together what exactly happened. And this involves, time travel. She's gathering clues, getting lost, unraveling more secrets, seeing events in her life from a completely different perspective, including the people in her life and different events in her life. And it's quite an amazing ride that she goes on. So I put for one of the quotes, how sinister to relive your life backwards, to see things you hadn't at the time, to realize the horrible significance of events you had no idea were playing around you. So it was a really twisty book, and I was getting frustrated with the main character. I was right there with her, so it was definitely a fun ride. Now, The Nature of Witches, I put to start off with, this had a lot of not hidden, but environmental messages and undertones, but it really was a wonderful book with another unique premise where witches control the weather and climate, and they work together with humans to kind of slow the impact, and the witches have powers based on the season that they align with, except Clara, who is an Everwitch, and she has powers all year in all seasons, and everyone's relying on her to kind of slow the impacts of climate change and the fires and the extreme weather. She teams up with Sang, a spring, to train her and kind of control her powers, and of course they start to fall for each other, but Clara doesn't want to lose him, so she has to find a way to kind of work through that, and there's a lot of like personal growth for her. And I just put it's a very atmospheric book, and I enjoyed Claire's growth and how she embraced her powers and realized what they can do and what good they can do. So it was a wonderful story, perfect for autumn. Perfect for, October if I'd gotten the book then. The quote I put is, realizing you love someone is like noticing you have a sunburn. You don't know exactly how it happened, just that you were exposed for far too long. And then another one is, autumn is its own kind of magic. It reminds us of the beauty of letting go. There's a lot of quotes in this book, The Nature of Witches, that had a lot to do with the seasons that were very poetic. And so I probably could have added more, but I just picked those ones and that'll be good enough. And now I'm just highlighting a few of the key phrases, and then I will do the same thing on the left-hand side, and that will wrap up this spread. So I'll have one more November favorite, which is a children's book, but I promise you everybody should read it because it's absolutely extraordinary. And then I will do my December stats, December favorites, and of course this Saturday we're going to do my reading journal setup. So get prepared. It's going to be a very long video, but I hope you're excited and ready. So I've got everything highlighted. I've got this page done, and I hope you enjoyed. I'd love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you're new to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.